This is your girl Empress. This is the House of Reasoning. And excuse me, I'm sitting in the parking lot, about to start working, but I wanted to get this out because I didn't know if there was ever going to be a time I could create this beautiful background and all these aesthetics and get the lighting just right and have my notes ready. But I wanted to just kind of get this out from my heart, my message, okay? This video is one that I have not planned on doing. I really had no intentions of doing any videos of me talking on here because, for one, I'm not a spiritualist. I'm not an expert. I am not a tarot reader or oracle reader. I am none of the above. However, I do believe in being connected to nature, being in tune to what's going on in my inner self, connecting to my ancestors, and just understanding what is for me is for me. And so, however, a lot of people will get into, oh, you're Muslim and all these other extra things, and I realize I have to cut out the chatter. And it's just very simple. I've recently, in the last, I'll say, under 10 years, 5 years, in the last 5 years, in the last 5 years, I've gone through some amazing spiritual awakenings that I have been fighting for the last 30 years. And for some reason, Allah, my ancestors, have found it that I am ready to go to the next level. I've experienced so many amazing things, and I want to just share as I'm going through my spiritual awakening, because I'm a baby. Even though I first was introduced to this lifestyle when I was in my early 20s, like 24, I just was never ready because I did not do the hard part. I was avoiding the hard part, and that was healing my trauma. And now in my 50s, I'm not ashamed to say my age. Hopefully I don't look it, but if I do, whatever. I am finally going through a healing journey. I'm healing my trauma, and things are just awakening, and I have been putting my message out to Allah. I've been talking to my ancestors, my good ancestors, the ones who want to see nothing but good come to me. And things have just been happening that's unexplainable to me, where I could look at it like it's like, oh, all this drama keeps happening to me, but every little thing that is occurring, I am finding the spiritual meaning behind it. And as I'm finding the spiritual meaning behind it, I am connecting like, oh, this makes sense. I started somewhat of this practice when I lost my mother, but it was a different mindset. I wasn't trying to find a spiritual practice behind it, but when my mother passed away in 1994, and I was 24 years old. No, I just turned 25. I just turned 25. No, did she? Yeah, 94, 92, 93, 94. Yeah, I had just turned 25. And I had to find the blessing in her passing away. I told myself, what was good about my mother passing away? And so that I could deal with the pain of losing her when I had just gotten her back, because I was a horrible teenager. Not for no reason, but I was a horrible teenager, went through so much, and our relationship was strained. And now I'm a new mom, and I realized the importance of my mother, and I came back into her life as a dutiful daughter, and we were just bonding when I lost her. So it hit me hard. It hit me hard. And I started finding the good, and I found the good in what it was to bless me in her passing. And I started using those practices along the way. And I've been constantly introduced to different things in the spiritual realm that I wasn't ready. And I guess I had to live life, mothering, wife, losing life partners, to get myself to this point, and to get to the point where I wanted to heal myself, not only mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, a total wellness journey. And that's how this channel came into existence, because I have other channels, and I realized me talking about this, those people may not be interested in it, and I didn't really know which direction I wanted to lead this channel in, and until this moment. And I know now there are many people who are like me, who are new, and who are scared of this gift, these blessings, these messages that they may get and not understand it. And I'm going through that myself, and here I am. I've been walking in this world for 20 something years, 30 years. 30 years I've been walking in this path, and I just wasn't ready, but I'm ready now. I'm ready, I guess, for the lack of better words, is to walk into my priesthood, priestesshood, or whatever you call it. But I'm ready, because that's everything that is happening to me is leading me there. One of the things that opened the portal was I was following a young lady on Facebook because I'm interested in repatriation. And if you check out my other channel, Global Green Book, that's all about my repatriation process. I started that channel, just to share my journey with, to keep a journal for my children. And it just turned into something different. And as I was following her, I was also learning a lot about Africa and African spirituality. And I had this desire to get a divination. So I was seeking out this particular brother, because I was hearing his name from various people, Chief Montana. I was hearing him from different people that I followed on YouTube that were in Africa, that had worked with him. And I never could get through. I would go on his website. I would try to send money, and it would just never, ever happen. So this one particular post she had on YouTube, where she was talking about, to all the repatch people, if you want to have that she's going to have a seminar with Chief Montana. He was going to give a seminar to help us understand, I can't remember, something about spirituality. I don't really remember what it was. I joined the group. He's talking to all of us, and we're asking questions and related to this particular topic that he was speaking to us on. And in the midst of me asking him a question, he was like, wait a minute. He was like, I don't normally do this, but I feel like I have a message for you. He wanted to do some divining on me, which I had previously for months been trying to get this divining done through Chief Montana in all kinds of ways. He didn't know that, and all of a sudden I got blessed to be on this platform where he's educating us, and I asked him a question, and he's about to give me the divination that I wanted for free. And he did it, and he told me what my ancestors had a message for me, and what it entailed. And then he asked, did I mind if he shared it with me while we're on the platform. I was like, go for it. And he told me specifically what I needed to do, to call those ancestors to me, to not abandon my altar, all these things. And it was just hitting me left and right because it was correlating with what I was thinking, but I was not sure, and what I know that I had did, and he pointed it out. So I immediately followed his instructions and started calling on those good ancestors that do not want to see harm to me, because we do also have ancestors that want to do harm to us. Think about, some of us have those plantation slave owners, that's ancestors. Another story, but anyway, so I did that. Things started happening. And to me, necessarily at the moment when I started going through it, it wasn't a good thing. I was like, what is happening? It was just like boom, 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 left and right. But then I realized the messages that behind it when I sat back more recently, I understood. Now I understand the messages behind everything that occurred. I was harboring a lot of anger and hate towards people that I was dealing with at that time. I had people in my life who were portraying themselves as friends, and that had a secret dislike for me, and all kinds of interesting aspects that were happening, and I'm still uncovering them as they go. And I started having these like biblical type of events happening to me. Like I had this flooding where the ceiling caved in and the walls were removed, and I was homeless for like a year, and I could not think up the meaning behind it. But as I started searching the meaning behind the flooding, I was like, oh, okay. And I think I did a post on my community page that talks about what the meaning of a flood what a flood meaning. I did a post on my community page about what the meaning of a flood is, and in retrospect, I was like, oh, that makes sense, because I had to forgive people. I had to accept people for who they were. I had to look at my part and role and how I dealt with people in my life, loved ones in my life. I had to let go of jobs and situations and relationships, and because I'm in this repatriation process, I took it at, okay, God is pushing me to move forward and not to get comfortable and stagnant. And everything that had happened, there was like the surface level of shade, manipulation, greed. However, when I looked at the spiritual side of it, it was blessings upon blessings upon blessings, lessons that I needed to take in, and situations that needed to occur to propel me to where I needed to be. I recently had was revealed my spirit animal, which was totally disgusting to me, which was another post you can see on my community page. I have the rat spirit animal, and it freaked me out because I was blessed to find a home after my homelessness, and it was not ideal, but it worked for me financially, location, but it was not optimum. It was some things that were really questionable, and rats got into my living space, literally, like they were sleeping in my bed while I was sleeping. I'm in the garage parking lot. I got, whoo, just saying it totally freaks me out. But when I started looking at the spiritual meaning behind it, it just was like, I'm proud to have the rat as my spirit animal because they're resilient. They know how to get through any situation. They are community people. They are um, they move forward to change. There was a lot of positive things that I was really shocked, and also I'm doing that deep, dark, ugly work to help myself heal my trauma, and I'm exposing those dark things about myself and the things that I had to endure and the things that I have done, is coming to light, and I'm facing it. And I was like, okay, I understand my spirit animal. And this journey, this channel is me just sharing my experiences, my knowledge along the way. I will be posting several things on my community page, so check it out as often as you possible. Go on my Facebook page, Tie by Kidist, TIEBYKIDIST, and check that out. I am so excited to be on this path. My next part of this journey is I know it's time for me to start really tapping into my healing hands and learning and becoming that master Reiki practitioner that I always allow others to do for me. But because so much is happening so quickly, my circle is changing so quickly, the people around me are changing so quickly, and I'm changing with them, that I need to be able to do these things that I've always relied on others to do for me. And so I'm tapping in, tap. I'm tapping in, and I am ready to start working through it. And it's a lot. It is really a lot. It can be a little bit overwhelming. But I'm about to be a grandmother, and I want to be that grandmother that's going to be there to be able to heal my children, to heal my grandchildren, to heal my family, to be that person that they can come to and know that I am there to support them in all the ways possible, because I am healthy, whole, and tapped with nature, and tapped with the universe, and tapped with God, and tapped with Allah, and tapped with my ancestors, and just in tune to myself. And I just want to say thank you for joining my journey. I may not post a lot, but when I do post, and when I do videos, I pray that it will be a blessing to you. I pray that you are a blessing to me. We can help each other, guide each other, educate each other, and send each other open-hearted love. Also, check out my club, House of Reasoning on Clubhouse. I have started that as a place for us to come and have conversation, and I will plan to be more consistent on all my platforms, but social media can be a lot, and I have a goal and the focus that I'm working on. So these are just side things that I want to do to bless all those who come in all those who come in contact with this page. Anyway, you all have a blessed one. This is your girl Empress. This is House of Reasoning. One love.